In this video, we will unlock the power of your subconscious mind. Most people go their entire lives without realizing that nearly every decision, emotion, and reaction is being shaped by a force beneath awareness, the subconscious mind. This isn't just theory, it's the hidden engine behind your habits, your beliefs, and your reality itself. In this video, we're diving deep into the power of your subconscious mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy to explore how your thoughts shape your future and how to finally take control. 1. You're not in control, not yet. Most people believe they are rational, deliberate beings. They assume every action is a result of conscious choice. But beneath every decision, every habit, and every reaction lies something deeper, a silent operator, one that doesn't argue, one that doesn't analyze, one that simply obeys. That operator is the subconscious mind. It doesn't care whether what you feed it is true or false. It doesn't care if it's helpful or harmful. If you say something with enough repetition and emotion, it accepts it without question. So when someone says, "I can't do this," enough times, it becomes a program. When someone repeatedly feels shame or fear, those emotions carve grooves into their subconscious. And soon, they no longer act from choice. They act from memory. The truth is simple. Until you understand your subconscious, it will run your life without your awareness, and you'll call it fate. You might think you're the author of your thoughts, but more often, you're just reading a script written years ago by your parents, by your culture, by your past experiences. That script isn't even in your language. It's written in feeling, in the quiet voice that tells you not to try, that warns you to play it safe, that whispers, "You're not good enough." But there's a way out. The first step is recognizing that voice isn't you. It's a recording. And like any recording, it can be changed. You can rewrite the patterns. You can introduce new beliefs. You can replace the subconscious loops with conscious direction, but only if you choose to notice them first. 2. The subconscious mind is a servant. Your subconscious is not the master, it's the follower, but it is powerful, infinitely so. Like soil that accepts any seed, your subconscious accepts any thought you repeatedly plant. If you believe the world is dangerous, your subconscious finds ways to validate that belief. If you say you're unlucky, it orchestrates situations that confirm it, not out of malice, but out of loyalty. It doesn't choose what's right or wrong. It only magnifies what you focus on. You are the gardener, and your thoughts are the seeds. The subconscious does not argue, it only fulfills. It works 24/7, while you're asleep, while you're distracted, while you're living your life on autopilot. It's collecting data, drawing conclusions, and forming habits, all based on what you've allowed in. It listens to your words. It mirrors your feelings. If you habitually worry, it assumes worry is useful and keeps it coming. If you dwell on past mistakes, it creates guilt-based loops that repeat endlessly. The most dangerous part? The subconscious doesn't alert you when it creates a belief. It just installs it, quietly, permanently. That's why conscious awareness is essential. When you become mindful of your inner dialogue, you can catch the moment where choice still exists. You can catch yourself before planting another seed of fear, doubt, or self-sabotage. And more importantly, you can start planting something better. 3. Repetition and belief create reality. One of the most foundational insights from the book is that repetition creates belief, and belief creates reality. Say something long enough, with enough emotion, and it becomes part of your mental blueprint. This isn't wishful thinking. It's how the brain operates. Children are programmed by repetition. Adults are too. Every time you say, "I'm not good at this," it becomes less of a comment and more of a command, and your subconscious obeys. The way out of this trap is not by force, but by direction. Instead of trying to stop negative thoughts, replace them. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am improving every day." It may feel false at first, but remember, the subconscious doesn't know the difference between truth and fiction. It only knows what is repeated. Your subconscious doesn't care how smart you are. It doesn't care about your credentials, your past, or your intentions. It only cares about consistency. The most repeated thought wins. Think of belief as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The problem is, most people are unintentionally strengthening limiting beliefs. They don't even know they're working out. They just keep lifting the same mental weights. "I can't. I always mess this up. This never works for me." But you can build a new belief system. Start with just one phrase. "Things are changing in my favor." Repeat it. Say it with emotion. Say it when you feel stuck. Say it when you feel hope. Let that phrase become your anchor. 4. Visualization. Thought made real. Your subconscious responds vividly to mental imagery. Every time you visualize something clearly and emotionally, your subconscious treats it as reality. Visualization is not just for athletes or artists. It's for anyone who wants to become intentional with their mind. When you imagine yourself calm, focused, and in control, you begin rewiring your neural pathways. You install a new pattern, a new script, a new expectation. What you visualize, you magnetize. Murphy often spoke about people who imagined healing, abundance, or success long before they saw it in the physical world. They spoke to themselves with certainty. They lived from the vision, not toward it. And soon, the external caught up to the internal. Visualization is not about fantasy. It's about familiarity. When you mentally rehearse a future experience, you make it more believable. You create a reference point for your subconscious to follow. That's why visualization works best when it's specific. Don't just say, "I want to be successful." Picture yourself walking into a room with confidence, signing the deal, making the call, smiling because you already know the outcome. Your subconscious needs clarity. It needs direction. The clearer the vision, the faster the alignment. And here's the secret. You don't visualize to convince the world. You visualize to convince yourself. Once you believe, the world adjusts. 5. The role of sleep and suggestion. The subconscious mind is most impressionable right before sleep and right after waking. This is when the conscious guard lowers and the subconscious becomes more receptive. These are the golden moments. The book recommends using this time for auto-suggestion, simple, powerful phrases that align with your desired reality. Say, "Every day, I grow stronger, calmer, and more capable." Say, "My mind is peaceful. My body is healing. My future is unfolding. Repeat it slowly, with belief, then fall asleep. The subconscious continues working while you rest. It reorganizes ideas, strengthens beliefs, and solves problems beneath awareness. You might wake up with clarity, or simply with more peace. Either way, you're rewiring your future.
6. Fear, disease, and mental patterns. Fear is not just an emotion, it is a blueprint, a signal to the subconscious that danger is near. But often, that danger is imagined. When fear becomes chronic, it builds tension in the body, invites illness, and clouds perception. The book gives multiple stories of individuals who were sick not because of a virus, but because of a belief. They believed they were cursed. They believed they deserved punishment, and so the body followed. Just as thoughts of joy can heal, thoughts of fear can destroy. But you are not bound by your old mental patterns. You can interrupt them. You can create new ones. Start by noticing, what thoughts do you rehearse the most? Then ask, are these patterns serving the future I want? If not, begin replacing them. Gently, but consistently. 7. The power of forgiveness and inner harmony. Unforgiveness is one of the most corrosive forces in the subconscious mind. When you hold resentment, bitterness, or hate, it is your body that suffers. It is your mind that holds the poison. Murphy writes that forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for your subconscious health. When you forgive, you free up energy. You dissolve inner tension. You create space for new peace to grow. Say to yourself, I release all resentment. I wish them peace. I am free. You don't need to feel it fully at first. Just begin. Let the words soften you. Soon, your inner world will mirror the harmony you are practicing. 8. Faith and the power of assumption. One of the most radical teachings in the book is the idea that faith is not just spiritual, it's mechanical. Faith is the act of assuming something is already true. It's mental certainty. You don't wait for the world to give you a sign. You become the sign. This is not delusion, it's discipline. The discipline of assuming the best outcome even when there is no physical evidence. Say to yourself, it's already done. Feel what it would feel like if it were. Speak as though it already happened. Let that energy carry you. Faith turns desire into experience. 9. The inner dialogue is the architect of destiny. Most people have no idea what they're saying to themselves all day long. They speak in self-doubt, in worry, in guilt, in fear. Over and over, they repeat phrases like, I'm so tired. I'm not ready. This always happens to me. I can't seem to get ahead. Each of these statements is a seed, and the subconscious is always listening. Change begins when the language changes. Start saying, I am capable. I am learning. Things are unfolding in my favor. This isn't lying to yourself. It's creating a new atmosphere, one that allows a better version of you to emerge. 10. You become what you believe. At the core of this book is a single truth. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe. Your life is the echo of your dominant thoughts. If you believe you're unlucky, broke, or undeserving, that belief radiates through your tone, your posture, your actions, and your results. But if you believe you're worthy, expanding, and guided, everything changes. Belief is not a feeling. It's a decision, a stance, a lens through which you see everything. Choose that lens wisely. 11th, miracles begin with mental shifts. Murphy often referred to so-called miracles that came from nothing more than mental change. The woman who healed her body through affirmations. The man who reversed his financial situation through visualization. The child who overcame trauma by repeating, "I am safe now." These weren't magic tricks. They were natural laws at work. The subconscious mind, once directed, aligns reality to match the inner command. The real miracle is realizing that you hold the key. 12th, final thought. You're not broken. You're just untrained. Most people live their entire lives reacting from programs they never chose. But you're not stuck. You're not broken. You're just untrained. Train your mind. Direct your subconscious. Be intentional with your words, your thoughts, your focus. You are the author, the sculptor, the programmer, and the mind you shape today will become the life you live tomorrow. Live tomorrow.